What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I just thought I'd talk about my college experience because there's not really much else that we can do because we're still quarantined. I apologize if you hear my cat. She is currently behind the camera right now. Are you good? You don't want to be in my YouTube video? No, thank you. Anyway, so I chose to go to the community college route because it's a lot cheaper and I just didn't have the funds for it. My parents only helped us out a little bit, but we were mainly on our own, which I completely understand because college is expensive and they have 3 kids, and to fork out like $40,000 to $50,000 for each kid is a lot. So I went to Grand Rapids Community College, which is basically like a glorified high school, except if you miss class you don't get in trouble because you're an adult now and you can make your own decisions. But yeah, I guess some things that I learned my first year as a freshman was don't buy your books unless the professor absolutely tells you to before that first week of classes, because I ended up spending like over $500 on books and I never used a single one, and I was like, well, this is awesome, like what am I supposed to do now? And then you try and sell them back, and then like the bookstore only takes like maybe a quarter of like what they cost back, and you're like, I might as well just hold on to these and then sell them on my own, but you never sell them, and now you just have like a stack of books in your closet and nothing to do with them, so that's fun. I originally went to school to be a theater major because I was like, I'm gonna make it on Broadway, but not like an actress. I went to be a director or like a techie or whatever, and I took like a bunch of theater classes and everything, and then I was all like, oh, you have some self-doubt, and then I decided to change my major after my sophomore year, which would not recommend because then you spend your entire junior and senior year just taking like your major credits, and then you can only major in one thing unless you want to go for a longer period of time or take like 20 credit semesters, which I was not about to do. I took 15 practically the entirety of my college career, and it was a lot. Found out that most college professors don't like being called by their last name, so you get to call them by their first name, and that's pretty legit because high school they were so strict on that stuff. You meet some really cool people. At CC I pretty much just stuck to my own and just went to classes and then went to work. I worked throughout the entirety of college because I was supporting myself. Granted, I lived at home, but it was a real struggle there for a minute. I remember weeks where I'd only have like $4 in my bank account and I had to stretch that over like a week and a half, but I made it work because if college teaches you anything, it's how to literally live off of nothing for a long period of time. So freshman year, I ended up finishing. Sophomore year, I was like, well, I'm not gonna transfer because I still have another year at CC, and I was planning on getting my associates there, so I was all like, yeah, why not? Like, so I ended up finishing up my credits towards the last semester of my sophomore year. I was like, fuck, like, I need to find like something else to do because this theater thing is like not gonna work out. Not bashing theater majors, if you can do it, like I applaud you. I did not have the balls to. Even though a theater major looks good on the resume because it shows that you can adapt to change and that you do well in like stressful situations and everything, but I just couldn't do it. Like, no siree. So was trying to decide where I wanted to go to school. I was thinking Central, Michigan University, Western, but then I had to decide like what I wanted to major in, and so I was talking with like some of my coworkers at the time and just ultimately landed on communication studies. That's what my boss did. That's what a couple of my coworkers did. I was going for event management and stuff, like the stuff that I'm working in right now, because I work at DeVos Performance Hall, and I just ultimately landed on that. And so I started looking around, and then I started realizing I don't have any money for an apartment, and I know my parents aren't going to cough anything up, so Grand Valley it was. I ended up going to Grand Valley State University for my bachelor's. This piece of paper cost me over 25 grand, and that was with me living at home. But I ended up getting my bachelor's of science in communication studies. I loved my major. It was super fun. It was on the easier side because people who were going to pre-med, pre-law, and all that were like so stressed out and everything. And school really wasn't for me. Like, I struggled big time. And like, I realized too late in the game that college like wasn't for me, but like I had already finished my junior year and I was like, well, there's no point in dropping out now. Like, I literally have like 30 credits to go. Like, let's just finish this and everything. Which I'm really glad I did, because now I like have a degree and everything and I can use that as leverage. But like, honestly, the job search right now is not it, and it's been a struggle. Anyway, so I ended up transferring after I got my Associates of Arts from GRCC. Went to Grand Valley, was scared shitless because now I'm part of a university and it's way bigger than GRCC. I mean, Grand Valley is still a small school, but it was big compared to like a community college. Got into my first like few communication classes and everything. Loved them. One of my professors was actually one of my coworkers. She was an adjunct professor, and then she worked at DeVos on like the weekends and stuff to make a little extra money. So I had like that comfort and everything. Yeah, so I went to Grand Valley. I was a commuter student there again because living at home was way cheaper than renting an apartment, and plus Grand Valley is like literally like 45 minutes from me, like the main campus. And so I did that, and then took all my comm classes. That's pretty much what I took for like majority of what my credits were, because I ended up switching so late in the game that like I had to basically take, like my last semester I took 5 comm classes, which I love and everything, and I loved my major, and like now I get to use it for like my YouTube stuff and learning how to manage social media and all that. But yeah, it was difficult. I met some really cool people at Grand Valley. It was like really fun, and I enjoyed all my classes I was taking, some more than others. One of my favorite classes was communication law, which sounds boring, but my professor made it so much fun, and I just had a blast. Like, I've even been considering like going to law school, which probably isn't a good idea because I hated college so much, but hey, you never know. Some things I learned at Grand Valley were don't pay for a parking pass. That's right, Grand Valley does not include it in your tuition. You have to pay $250 a semester for a parking pass, and they don't even offer enough spots for students. So unless you have a morning class, you're gonna literally drive around for like 45 minutes to find a spot, unless you're some lucky person that literally like whips in as soon as somebody is pulling out, but best of luck. Pay as much money up front as you can. Like, I cannot stress this enough. Like, just try and pay as much as you can, like, because student loans are a killer. Like, right now, it's been, like, great because there isn't any interest because of COVID, but, like, and so I'm still making payments and everything with, like, 0% interest, but I still have, like, $23,000, and I've been paying off since, I want to say like April of last year, because I started paying back like my stuff early. That way so I could keep the interest down, because that stuff builds up. Also, another note, make payments meanwhile you're going to school, even if it's just 20 bucks a month. Like, it will keep like the interest down and you'll thank me later. Really get involved in all your classes and everything, because teachers like appreciate when you participate in everything, and they're willing to like go more lenient on you and everything when it comes to like if you like end up missing a quiz or whatever. Like, as long as you communicate and everything, you should be good. I ended up taking a trip for my sister's senior year, graduating high school, to Mexico my junior year, but we went on their spring break rather than our spring break, so I had to like beg and plead all my professors to be like, please let me go, like I promised like I'll be good. I hadn't missed a single class up until then and everything, so like I had like perfect attendance and all that, and they were willing to work with me. Like my one professor even like let me make up a quiz, and I was just like, thank you, like you're the real MVP. So junior year was alright. It was trying to adjust to a new school, trying to figure out how to schedule all my classes and everything. And then my senior year was a lot of fun because I managed to stack all my classes into 2 days. That's another thing. If you can do that, especially if you're a commuter student, do it. Like, it was so nice because I had classes Tuesday and Thursday. So I had Monday, Wednesday, Friday off to work or like get homework and all that stuff done. But we all know I procrastinated till the last minute. But yeah, if you can, like, try and stack them on 2 days, because like I know it's gonna suck. Like having 5 classes in one day was honestly a drain, but then like I was done and then I had the entire next day to like recuperate and do a bunch of homework and everything. And then like you literally had Thursday through Monday off from school, which was, well, not Thursday through Monday, you had Friday through Monday off of school, and it was perfect because I mainly work weekends being in events and everything, and so I would literally just like bust my butt and all that. Don't schedule an 8 a.m. class. Don't do it. I know you think that you can because you did it in high school and everything. College is a completely different entity. I'm warning you now, do not do it. Unless you are a morning bird and get up like at 7:30 every morning, do not do it, because I did it my freshman year and I was like, this isn't a problem. Like I was doing this already in high school, and then all of a sudden I ended up skipping class so much, which isn't good, but yeah, just don't do it. Also, if you have a professor that cancels a lot, don't get pissed off about him canceling constantly. Just thank the Lord. I understand you're paying money for these classes and everything, but there is no better feeling than being a college student and hearing the word canceled. Like, fuck yes. Wrapped up senior year, I graduated. I walked at my graduation because it was like a big accomplishment for me. I did not want to finish school, and I did it. So I ended up walking with a few of my friends that I met in classes and everything, and it was a lot of fun. Had a party afterwards, and yeah, I got to join the workforce and everything, which college is difficult and everything, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. And now that like I'm in the real world, like I have been struggling. Like, I don't want to say like the real world, because college is the real world. Like, you're basically an adult with no money, which is where I'm at right now. But at least I had like a purpose and everything, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, I was a student, my job was to go to class and everything. Now my job is just to find a job and then go to it every single day and hopefully like what I'm doing. But yeah, it's a struggle, like, not gonna lie. Try and get involved, get as many internships as you can, those will help you out. I couldn't get involved because I worked majority, like I couldn't get involved at Grand Valley because most of the stuff was at the main campus, and for me to drive 45 minutes for like a, I don't even know, like a meeting or whatever, like it just wasn't like in my schedule and everything, and I worked so much, you know, I was going to college, that I didn't have time. Like, I would have loved to join like a club sport, or I'm not really a sorority girl, but I would have loved to like get involved in everything in our school's like extracurricular activities. It's just like that wasn't my experience, and everybody's experience is different. Like, some people loved college, like didn't want to leave, even went for like a 5th year that way so they could stay And some people are like, get me out of here. Like, I don't want to be here. Like, I'm just here for a degree and I'm leaving. And that was me. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed like this little spew or rant about my college experience. It was pretty subpar. I went to see community college and then Grand Valley, which I had a lot of fun with, but also it was very stressful and I wanted to drop out every second. It's just like things that happen. But if you guys like this video, hit that subscribe button and like this video. I really appreciate the views that I have been getting because I know this isn't really that entertaining and I'm doing what I can with quarantine and all that, and I would really love to get out and to be able to do more, but that's just not gonna happen right now. And I'll see you next week. Bye!